Well, what is going on, guys? You bunch of geeks. We got 5 likes on the last video, so here is the next one. You guys must really want to get this computer built. Hey, Macy, how's it? Oh, you're on the edge. I know, Daddy, I live life on the edge. Well, you're pretty close. Let's kind of get you. Daddy, you're kind of. Look at you, Daddy. You're a magician. Yeah, I am a magician. Look at me. All right, Macy, let's kind of scoot you over. There we go. All right, Daddy, why don't you explain to them what's going on? But, Macy, can I take this episode over? Yeah, Daddy. Well, I mean, goodness, when you want to be like that, oh yeah, you'll have it. Okay. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to kind of go over what we did in the last episode. In the last episode, I taught you about the logic to get the calculations to work when you want to plug in your binary. So remember what binary is. If you don't, you can go back to the first episode, and I'll teach you about binary. Second episode, we kind of showed how to do this logic thing right here, this reasoning to calculate the binary. And today we're going to work on some of the output. So remember, one down, that's going to make one true. Okay, got it? All right, so if you remember how we calculated the binary, then that all will make sense. Today, we're going to work on the output. I already started working on it some, and that was just clearly to get a lot of the tedious stuff out of the way. So what you're going to need is you're going to need to get some sticky pistons. We're going to need some redstone, repeaters, and torches, and we're going to need our thing on the outside. I think I want to use quartz because it's a nice, you'll understand why I'm using quartz in a second. And, oh, excuse me, we are going to need, there's something else. Oh yeah, we're going to need the buses, so that's going to be the black, so let's grab some buses. Alright, so here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of make this, like if you've got a digital clock, that's kind of what the output's going to be. I've already got this started, so what you have to do is you have to get this started away from this frame. So let's count this frame. This frame is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9 by 13 is what this is. And you should have a gap on either side when you start this. It'll make sense here in a second. It needs to be coming out like that. What we're basically going to do is, if you've ever had a digital clock before, or you know, one of those clocks that's got the red numbers, you know, like for the alarm clock, that's kind of like the digit that we're going to be making, if that makes sense. Maybe when I get it, it'll look like an 8 right now if I step back. Right there. Macy, does it look like an 8? Yeah, it kind of looks like an 8. Doing good, Daddy. Keep it going. Alrighty. So what we're going to do next is we are going to get our quartz block, and we're going to fill this whole space in right here. Okay? So every bit of this needs to be filled in. And the reason why is I like to make it where the pistons are already extended, and when you input the number that is going to correspond with that binary code, it is going to make that piston retract, and the numbers they just look a little better because when the number is displayed, it's got like a shadow to it instead of the pistons coming out to display the number, if that makes sense. Maybe it'll make sense here in a second. Alright, so now what I've got to do is I've got to get the buses going. And the way I'm going to get the buses going is you've got to make it where these pistons are always extended out. Okay? So let's remove this from the bottom right here. And we're going to do one line going outward like so. Okay? So what we need to do right here, and I think I need to, let's see if I don't want to do it like that. I may need to extend out one more. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. Maybe if I do it like this, it'll be okay. I think that'll be okay. I may have to change that later. But now what we need to do is we need to put something that I call reversing the polarity of it, like so. Alright, so that should extend all of these. Alright, now nothing changed, but if we go back here behind this and we run a bit of redstone and we put a torch, that should retract them, and that should make more sense of how it looks easier to read. You see what I'm saying? You can kind of make that out a bit more clearly. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to run the buses out to about right there. I want to run them 2 away from where the polarity is reversed. Alright, so let's do one right here. Let's see how we're going to do this. Now keep in mind that you have to do these a certain way so that the redstone does not conflict with each other because it's such a tight squeeze right here. So this is how you need to run it. You need to have 3 out from right there, run 1 up, and then 2 over. Okay? So it kind of looks like that. And so just for looks, I like to remove that one too. So let's repeat that again. We're going to do 1 up, then 2 over. Okay? So we actually need to extend that out right there. I took that out a little too early there. Okay, so what you need to do now is you need to do the repeaters going in right here. Okay? And then put redstone up, and I like to do repeater, repeater. I think that'll be okay. I don't think that'll conflict at all. And then underneath here, you need to do the same, repeater, repeater. Because if you didn't, it would conflict with that. So there we go. All right, now let's run. You can actually reverse the polarity right here, and that should extend all of those. Wait a second. Nope, you've got to do a redstone up right here. I apologize. Do a redstone up. Do 2 redstone dusts right there. And then you can just straight up reverse the polarity straight from there. Now, if I do just to check, I always like to check myself, even though I know it's going to work. Let's go ahead and have all of these extended out, or retracted back in, I should rather say. See, they are all retracted in. So you need to watch very closely how I wire this, because you will have conflict with the redstone if you do not wire it this way, unless you can think of a better way. And if you can think of a better way, that would be absolutely amazing, and I would love to see what better way you have. So let's run our redstone like such, okay, and then do this, and then we're going to run our bus out like so. So let's reverse this polarity right here. Okay, it's not going to be retracted yet, so let's go out 1. Let's run a piece of redstone dust, and then that should retract them back in. And then let's run these final 3 basically the same way that we did it last time. You doing okay over there, Macy? Oh, dog, oh, dog. Okay. Okay, we're going to run that out like this. Very simple. 2 out. Go over 1. Like so. Then we're going to run underneath right here. And you can remove this one if you want to. I like to do it just for looks. Alright, remember, we're going to do a repeater, dust, 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 repeater, repeater. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and reverse this polarity right here. Bada bing, bada boom. And then just for a quick test, and not to be cocky, I know it's going to work, but I don't know. There's always that one piece of redstone dust that you're not going to lay down, or you're going to lay down a repeater when you need redstone dust, or something's going to go wonky. And if you don't test it, then when you test your output, it's just going to be messed up. It's going to cause you a little bit more of a headache and a little more troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is kind of what I do, but I like to do it as little as possible. I like to fail-safe myself. So let's go ahead and go back right here. Oh, and right here. So every single one should be retracted. Oh, see, missed something. See, you got to throw these 2 down right here. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. And then we're going to have to remove these to trip the signal. There we go. There we go. Everyone is retracted now. So that is the number 8, which is one that's not going to be displayed because our binary only goes to, what is it? 7. Yeah, it only goes to 7. So there you go. That is how you're going to make that. So this is basically ready and primed to be connected to the outputs over there. So what we're going to do in the next episode is we are going to wire all of this together, and that should be it. We should be done with our binary computer. And if anything, I know this might seem kind of simple to you. If anything, if you're learning it in school or whatever, this is a very, very good tool for you to use. Minecraft could be a very, very good learning object for you. This could be a tool you can use to learn your binary numbers if you're doing that in school. And if not, you can use this to compile with some other knowledge, and maybe you can make a computer that may add or subtract. So, Macy, what do you think? Dottie, you're pretty smart. I gotta give that to you. Well, I mean, I learned. I haven't learned all this by myself. Other people teach me, and some of these things I learned myself, but you know, that was kind of my design right there, how that retracts and stuff. But everything else I've learned. Well, Dottie, that's a good learning tool. You always got to learn, don't you? Yep, you sure do. So, the challenge is, here we go again, 5 likes on this video. If I can get 5 likes on this video, the next and probably final video will unlock for you. So why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, and when I hit 5, you will see the next episode. So until next time, you got the one only Lee Bob here with Macy, and we will see you later. Fuck off.